Hey, it's Bruce, author of Freedom's Quest on Amazon, and my sci-fi story, Woodpecker, on Kindle Vella. This is part of my continuing Lost History tour of Kennedy Space Center. Did you know that at one time there was a pretty big paintball team of Space Center workers, of which I was privileged to be a member, and we're pretty good for a while. But tell you about this one game, because that combines my love of the Space Center and my love of paintball. So we went to Old River up in Ocklawaha, and 24-hour paintball game. So you know, the game started at noon. It's going to be from noon Saturday to noon Sunday. Sorry about the wind. I need to get closer. And so, you know, come 11:55, I'm the only one of my team that's on the field. And, you know, bunch of lazy, well, I don't want to throw rocks. But the whistle blew, game's on. And I watched a bunch of, there was like 200 people playing. And on our side, I watched a whole bunch of them charge to the middle, and a fair amount of them charge to the right. And I went, there's no one went to the left side of the field. And I was like, you're giving that up. There's no seeing. So I went to the that one side of the field that was unguarded. And don't you know, out of sheer serendipity, if I can say that word right, the other team had decided to send a fast attack squad right up that unguarded route. Now, they didn't know it was going to be unguarded. Just me. Well, I got up against the net line. The field had netted with 12-foot tall net that you could see through, and I got up on that net line so I couldn't be attacked from but the front. And these really athletic people come charging right at me, and I mowed them down. It was just like the scene from Planet of the Apes where these things just kept charging. I mowed them down. Stopped their assault dead in their tracks. Then what they should have done, what I would have done, is I would have immediately flanked around my side, coming around behind me. But they didn't do it. So real quick, one of the unique things about the scenario paintball is oh, no seeing. When you get shot, which I did, wow, no seeing. When you get shot, you get to go to your start point and tag in and go back in the game. So during this assault, I got shot. I was fighting 15 people. Got shot, went right back to that spot. Shot one, got shot out. I did this over and over by myself. And the other team, like I said, they should have just went on by me. But no, they held. So then eventually there had a couple little kids started hanging out on the tape line with me, and then I would get shot, and at least they would be holding the position. And finally, I got an angle on these three guys from the other side who crawled up to me, and I shot. At least I got a good shot on one of them. Put some yellow marks on them. The person didn't get out of the game. And I went, okay, so in scenario, there's also another rule where you can have a medic, a white armband, and the medic can put you right back into the game. So I said to myself, they're either cheating or they have a medic. So I got shot. So I come back, I push my way out of these little kids. I was determined to knock out those three guys, because I think they were cheating. Charged as far as I could. I got shot. But the ball bounced. And in the paintball game, if it's a bounce, it doesn't count. But I didn't know it was a bounce for sure, and I immediately called for a referee, called paint check. So I was sitting there in the open, and I was on my knees, I'm out of breath, but I can look right at those three guys behind this oak tree. No scene. And the referee came up, looked at me, and said, "You're clean." He goes, "Player's clean." Well, I knew I had seconds to survive. I immediately brought my gun up and laid 30 rounds on these three guys. In other words, I wasn't stopping until they got out, because they had already shown they weren't getting out. Marked them up really good, and then I got tagged as expected. I came back. Well, I wiped all that stuff off me. I came back. Now the rest of my team shows up, and they go, "Hey, is anything happening over here?" And I looked at them, and all I could do was smile and said, "Nothing's going on over here. Nothing's happening over here." So anyway, that was some lost history of the Space Center paintball team. Pretty good team for a while. And by the way, if you get the chance, if you can hear me this wind, check out my book on Amazon, Freedom's Quest. One of the things about playing paintball in the Florida jungles is you can directly relate to the Seminole Wars, and what a cluster. But so anyway, hey, give me a review. Bruce out. It's cold today.